All right. Thanks guys for joining. This is the last training of the year. And more or less, what I wanted to do was kind of talk about some of the stuff that we've had throughout the year, some of the successes, some of the ups, the downs, the whatevers, and just really kind of explain where we're going from here. Because it's always good. What I say is when you're looking at something like uh, December and the year is coming to an end. A lot of times people will reflect, and I've actually been reflecting for a couple months on where we're going with Valor and everything. Wanted to just kind of share a few things with everybody, let you know where we're at from the organization and really where we're going and some of the cool stuff that you'll see in the future. If you want to participate in it, we have options and opportunity for certain things as well. But overall, what I'll say is that this was the year that we really started to expand in multiple markets. So I've put up, the spider web, as I call it, with on the left-hand side, you have the insurance, which is kind of like the bell cow. A lot of what we focus on is the insurance side, so life annuity, DI, long-term care. We added the alternative investments. So that was with, Imagine as a company, and we saw incredible growth from that standpoint. I think my team put in a total of around almost 8.5 million or so, give or take. So a lot of cool stuff with that. Again, the idea was to separate us from the financial world of just insurance to ultimately growing as financial professionals, offering different opportunities that you might not have offered in the past. And then what I would say is that we had a tremendous launch of the health organization that we're with. So we had over 400 new people get ACA through the platform that we have for the health side, and that side is going to continue growing. So want to say appreciate everybody from that standpoint. So I don't have full numbers. Like health is just really our first year of doing it. The fixed returns, alternative investments. Like I said before, we had about 8.5 million through there. The biggest thing that I want to talk about is the life insurance annuities from where we were to where we are. Where we were, so starting in 22, July of 22 is when I quit my prior job and moved independent. So we had roughly about, I want to say 20 to 40 agents by the end of 22. So it was a learning curve, just abilities to figure out the process, the right type of design for Valor. And then we had some great growth. We had about 100, maybe 120 agents by the end of 2023, and now we're at over about 250 agents across the country. We're seeing incredible growth in California, incredible growth in Texas, Florida, to name a few. And I'm really excited to see where this all goes. From the life insurance side, we had an increase year over year production of about 9%, which is great because we already had a big number as is. So a 9% growth in the insurance space. But the annuity space really took off, and we went from uh, about 6 million in production last year, 6 or 8 million, somewhere around there. We had about 100% growth rate, or 95%. We had over 14 million in annuity sales. So, great job. There was some shiny stars in that who really love selling annuities, and they just took off. I'm going to show you some opportunities and how you can make annuities even easier to sell. But that was a huge benefit from the standpoint of our team growing there. Well, the only thing we saw a downward trend in was what I would say ancillary sales, which is like DI. We had one guy in one organization who did a lot of Medicare supplement plans, and he just didn't have as many this year as he did last. So I'm not too worried about that. If I want to be down in one aspect, that's the one I'll gladly be down in. But I think also from an education standpoint, it was this year, this last month, where we really talked more about disability and what it can truly do for you, for your practice and offering those opportunities. Really some growth engines though, what I would say is that ancillary side. So we have someone even on the call who has really taken the bull by the horns and worked with our third party administrator, Matt. And we have some potentials for some 401k plans. I don't know if that person wants to talk about the experience or not, but if they do, they can unmute. If not, I won't judge them. But really it's separating yourself from your competition. Can you go into your competition and say, we supply various ways to help you retire the way you deserve and the way you want to, which is ancillary products, 401ks, Roth IRAs. I actually ran quotes for a Roth just 2 nights ago for a client at $210 a month. No initial lump sum, no down payments, no nothing. We have a carrier that can go as low as $100 a month, and you can start setting up Roth plans for your customers in a fixed index annuity. Uh, Also ran a SEP plan because this is the season where people, if you have SEPs set up, we have the ability to fund it with annuities, including creating brand new ones as well. So if you're looking for that world, you have the opportunity to create a SEP for your customer. And I think that's one of the big things that we want to focus on next year is really growing some of that type of business. But ultimately, what you're going to see here is again great growth from this year, year over year. Again, pretty much double-digit returns in life annuity. We had a tremendous growth in the alternative investments and a very great year to start our health journey. So, where we are going, though, I think is important for people to know. So what you see here is the Valor Financial Specialist website. Okay. I actually have two websites. So one is for clients, one is for agents. And what we're going to see though in the future is a technology boom, if you will. Okay. So for those who know, we have to go to 3Mark to submit business for insurance. We have to go to, Messer for ACA. We have to go to alternative investments through Imagine for that. So there's a lot of different websites that are going through here, and that can get cumbersome and tedious. I've been doing some research and some ideas, and what you're going to see is some growth on the Valor site. So I've talked to the people at 3Mark, and they're willing to allow me the opportunity to port over the IGO, the other stuff. So as we recruit, build, and grow, we can have it all funnel through one channel because I do have some direct contracts as well. And we're going to be integrating some more software to make it easier for you to do business. And we're all going to put it on the Valor site. So this is the main page. We're going to have a login to go in, and there will be a few things. So if you have newer agents, we're going to have a learning management system inside of Valor. We're going to have videos in there for the opportunity for you who have agents who are brand new, who are just starting their journey. We'll have videos for them to get started with, and we'll be able to track those. And there's some updated technology that I'm going to get from the agency side to allow those who are agency managers to see, their production a little easier. Smart Office isn't always the easiest, but we can work with what we got. There's some ad hocs that we can have created for you agency owners to see your downline business, but in the future, it'll all be implemented and built inside of the Valor site. Now, some updates that we'll have for those of you who saw the commercials through Facebook, through email, we created this Rise Producer Group. The idea of the Rise Producer Group is to allow the opportunity for me to spread further and touch more people at one time. So the Rise Producer Group is designed to have basically 10 more of me have their own territories. RISE stands for Regional Insurance Solutions Executives. And so it's a pay to play model. We have people who are paying in to basically support a location. And it's, full-time people who have full effort towards this to recruit, grow, and train, most importantly, and ultimately grow the platform from the insurance side, the alternative investments, and the health side, recruiting with different areas and opportunities. On top of that, what this Rise Producer Group will allow is because I have this strategically across the country. To give you an idea, these are the territories that I currently have, and I am looking for someone for New Jersey, Maryland area. So if you know anybody, that'd be great. Potentially, I have someone for Florida and Illinois. But if the opportunity arises for someone, sorry, I didn't mean that as a pun, but if if the opportunity rises to the occasion and you know people, I would love a referral just to see if we can get them in. And then this open area is going to be for newer partners as soon as we can find people to the areas. But what we're going to do here for the Rise partners is we're going to have two micro collaboration meetings in these areas to help those regions grow. And so that doesn't mean you can't go to those events and recruit to those events if you want to bring people in. It's a value proposition of what we're going to have at Valor here. Also, I don't have anyone for Southern Texas, Louisiana, so thinking like Houston, San Antonio area. So yeah, that's kind of the map that we have right now. Again, these are more for full-time insurance producers because you are going to be handling other agents who might have quotes, questions, case design, and things along that nature to help them get where they need to be. Um, and in return, we are going to continue growing this business. What I would say is that from my testament of what I'm going to bring to the table next year too, is this. So if you guys saw the email, I don't know why it's coming in that small, but if you can see, not one, not two, because I'll be out of office next 2 weeks. Next year, Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm going to start a remedial training every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central. So, unlike what this seems to be more of like a lecture of stuff that we have going on, that would be more interactive. So come with case designs, come with ideas. I'll talk about back to basics. So like what is term insurance? What are the benefits of term insurance? And it's going to be more interactive to allow people the chance to grow, share in a community, because I know a lot of people like to train at night for their teams, whether full-time or part-time. So I'm going to give you an additional night of training, from the master, if you will. Joking, of course. And then we'll continue to do our weekly trainings kicking off in the beginning of the year. January 9th will be the first Thursday, January 8th, will be the first Wednesday that we're going to really start this process again. But you're just going to see a lot of continued growth from that standpoint through our producer team, through growth from that strategy. And then again, we're going to do another great collaboration. It's going to be again back in Dallas, the Dallas area. So this is going to be a chance where we're going to again enhance the story. So for those of you just curious if any of you guys showed up, thumbs up if you showed up the last time or whatnot. Now, what we're planning on doing this time around is it's going to be a day and a half. So May 3rd and half of the 4th, which is a Saturday and half a Sunday, we're going to have the event. So it'll be a little bit more, uh, um, it won't be as fast paced. It's like boom, 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 boom. And we're going to have more rooms for different types of speakers. So, for example's sake, one of my business partners, she's a registered investment advisor. And I don't know if you guys missed some of that because it said my internet was unstable, so apologies. But at the collaboration, we're going to have different types of speakers, as I mentioned before, in case it got part of the stuttering part. I have a registered investment advisor, and she's going to do a presentation as to how to partner with RIAs. Because in our business, it's all about relationships. We're going to have additional speakers. My business partner, Roderick, is going to talk about working in the athlete market. Now, a lot of you might not be in the athlete market, but one of the interesting things is that I talked to someone in Texas, and I was mentioning to him what we do, and he led us down a path to talk to a friend of his who owns a hotel. That guy is really connected with a university connections, and all of a sudden, we're in the midst of talking. I talked to a five-star recruited athlete the other night to see if we're gonna, sign him up for some insurance. So you'd be amazed at, just speaking about the different things that we offer that could lead to opportunity. So that's the kind of stuff we'll have at the Great Collaboration, the big one. The smaller ones are more for what's the value of working with Valor, the different silos, a couple sales ideas. The big one is going to be a culmination of opportunity for everyone to come learn, network, and grow, and more conversation from the vendors as well, like the carriers per se. So like Columbus, National Life Group, Symetra, and people like that. So you get a better story around everything that we're doing. And so, that's really the main stuff that I wanted to kind of share. So again, the recap for those who came in a little late, about a almost a 10% increase year over year from the insurance side, 100% increase on the annuity side, and then we've seen growth in other areas. Now, for those of you who want to engage in additional softwares, these softwares are going to be given to the Rise partners as part of the package, if you will, to be part of the group. But these are available for others if they want it at a monthly fee. So I told you that the annuities is going to get enhanced. We have partnered with a company called Annuity Genius, and they have a very eccentric package, so to speak, and we can get it at a good discount. And so, say for example's sake, I wanted to run a quote on somebody. We'll just say it's good old Phil Resch, and I'm in Tennessee. My age is 65, and I have about 250,000 that I want to invest. And let's just say it's in an IRA. I'm a single male, and we're just going to create that. And now all of a sudden, you'll see Phil Resch, 65-year-old Tennessee. Now we can go to the Annuity Navigator. So I click on the annuity navigator and it basically walks me through every position to make it easier for me to sell. So for example's sake, if I want lifetime income, that guaranteed income, or if I want accumulation, it'll take me down the right path. So let's say lifetime income, and it has the number already of how much I want to invest. Then I click next step and I want to put the money in one time. I don't want to add any future contributions because again, there's some carriers that have a single only and some that have a flexible. So then what I want to do is, like I said before, single male, but you could do joint income, single income. And let's say I want to start my income at about 72. Okay, I've got some good growth right now, other avenues, and I want to defer it. And this is the interesting one. So a lot of you, if you're familiar with like Athene, Athene has one that has guaranteed income, and then they have another one that has really low guaranteed income, but it has the ability to grow with market performance. I'm more of a fan of this side of the stable income. It seems like Annuity Genius is as well. And so we click on next step. I only want A-rated carriers or higher. Next step. And now it's going to calculate everything for me. Now, as it goes, you'll see it continue to go up and up and up. And it'll bring up the opportunity for me to see which carrier is going to provide me with the best opportunity for my customer. And so it looks right here like about 30 bucks more a month I'll get in monthly income with the F&G. It's the Safe Income Advantage, and it's already selected. You can download the product kit, and then from there you can submit it through our software system on the 3Mark portal. But what I'm working on, like I mentioned before, is integrating this opportunity to match to a Firelight that'll be in the Valor Financial Specialist website. So, like I said, a lot of connecting the dots, and it's stuff that will move forward throughout the year. But this is really good because here's the other thing when you think about this. When you talk to customers, they want to see options. And how long does it take to run an annuity quote? It can take a while. This is giving it to you in seconds. And on top of that, when you think about the future of the industry, the Secure Act, which has come out to really um, mean you have to really cover your own keister, if you will, to sell services and products to people. Nowadays, you have to have options and you have to explain why you picked your options. They're giving you all three options and they keep it within a locker inside of Annuity Genius for you. Now, I already got invested in this. This is part of the setup, and like I said, the Rise Partners give for free. But if this is something you're interested in and you want to use it in your own portfolio, I can get you hooked up with a pretty good discount to get the full kit and caboodle. Now, the other cool thing about this is you can even put it on your website. So you'll see here the link valorfs.annuitygenius.com. And what it would do is the same thing. Accumulation, lifetime income. And then what happens on the back end is they will fall into a CRM. And then I have all my information here. So I have all the information on the client to reach out to the lead. So I've asked them before, I said, is there a way to get this so it could be embedded into the website? They said no. So you just have to figure out a creative way for them to click on it to bring it into this link. So this is the annuity side. There's a lot more to it, but I don't want to go crazy here. But you have SPIAs, you have MIGAs, performance analyzers, and different types of tools to help you be more successful. On the life insurance side, we're using an additional software called Insight. And once again, this is something that the Rise partners will get. You can also reach out to me to see if this is something you want for your practice. But let's say, for example's sake, we have Phil Resch, 42-year-old, and I want to do a new design for Phil. Let's take a template because I can make templates. I've already made a few. LERP with the core carriers. So we have our core five, six carriers that we have here. And all I want to do is just see a example of income. So death benefit is the focus, minimum non-mech. I want to put in, let's just say, $15,000 a year. And I want to do that for 15 years. And then it automatically shows nothing after. Then I hit next. This is interesting. So those of you who know me, I like to diversify allocations. Some people, like this carrier Insight, actually will default it to the S&P 500 only because a lot of the volatility controlled indexes are getting a bad rap, either showing bad returns. But the S&P is pretty tried and true. So if you want to see the true mark of a company, you can do S&P for everybody. I leave it at carrier default, just for example's sake, because I'm showing you guys this example. But I want to do increasing for 15 years because that's how I'm funding for, and then level after. It does it for me. Um, we'll stick with annual. You can do monthly, quarterly, whatever. Next, we'll show disbursements, and I want to start disbursements at age 65, and I'm going to take those to age 90. And I'm going to just click solve for max. It'll ask me if I want to reduce the death benefit. Sure. Loans, carrier default, and then next. Then after that, next, it has all my information in here already. And like I said, I put the core carriers in, the ones that we partner with the most. Allianz, not even Emeritus at this point, maybe in the future. Index Explorer Plus, they're going to get the QOL version probably by quarter one of next year. F&G, National Life, Builder Plus 4, and this Accent. So we hit next. Now it's going to calculate everything. So you'll have everything right here: death benefit, premium, target, how long you're going to pay for, the crediting rate that they show, the non-guaranteed death benefit at age 65. So I added that as a configuration, which you can do here. I put income at age 70 because you're taking income. Sometimes you might not be taking income at 65, but you're probably gonna be taking it at 70. So this will show distributions highest or lowest from this standpoint with the core carriers. So let's say you want to see the top three, and so you got F&G, Corebridge, and Allianz. Or if you want to add another, you can. But I can create a summary which will show all the PDFs, or I can actually take this into a presentation. And we'll say new presentation. I'll just say test. Next, import. And so this will open up, like I can create a cover sheet, which I have here, which I have the client's name, information. And what you'll see is that it'll give uh, basically all the product information with the illustration links here. You'll have a spreadsheet which will show the either guaranteed or non-guaranteed. So I would change the spreadsheet to show nothing on the guaranteed column. Display options. Do. I'll have to figure out how to fix that. But yeah, so it has all the information here, and then you can actually turn it into a presentation. So the presentation will allow you to have a conversation with the client and actually show the spreadsheets. You can show charts and different opportunities, so you don't have to, for example's sake, open all the illustrations. You can just show a comparison, and if people like it, they can move forward with it. So these are softwares that we're looking to integrate more if people want to use them. you can again let me know. But this is something that we are going to give complimentary to the Rise partners to support their territories because this is, as you can see, very quick and very easy to get stuff taken care of. Um, so that's kind of it. I think I said that before, but I forgot I was going to talk about this too. We're really focusing on technology, speed to issue, and ways to really enhance the practice. So I hope you guys find encouragement in this, in what we're looking to do in the future. Be on the lookout as well for bonuses for top producers, bonus opportunities as well. So as we increase production, as we increase opportunities like that, we should see within the next year, maybe two, a Valor trip as well for top producers. So we're really going to ramp this up and grow it. And I hope you guys see the vision and the opportunity here in front of you. Just understand that from my standpoint, I'm investing the time and effort to help you guys become successful. And, I'll bend over backwards to make sure that that happens in the most appropriate way. Most importantly, as we always say, you're taking care of your customers, and that's the most important thing. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming along for the ride. I want to thank you guys for everything that you've done this year, and very excited to see what next year has to hold, and continue to grow the pipeline, grow the agents, and really just serve the best way that I can. So, the big thing is just really is really just kind of growing together. I'm all about teamwork. And Yasmin had a question. Will these income impact on retirement income at 65 onwards? So, Yasmin, were you talking about? I'm sorry, I just saw the chat message. So I'm assuming that was that for the life insurance side or for the annuity side? Just so I know.
Yeah, it was from life insurance and annuity both, because I
Yeah.
know people are on the Medicare, so even
Hmm.
$1 extra increase, so they got
It's a big
kicked off
deal.
from the and the IRMA concept, so you understand all these things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you have, so from these standpoints, like the income that comes from life insurance wouldn't impact anything from the Medicaid side, things like that, because it's actually not going to be something that you would see on a 1099 or a W-2 balance sheet. Um, so that you wouldn't really see an impact if you're talking about someone who's on like the Medicare plans and stuff like that for the life insurance. Yes, the annuities could impact that because that could be taxable. But hopefully that answered your question. But like with these, this is just like us running illustrations in WinFlex or going to like one carrier site. Now you can do it quicker in a multi-carrier environment. WinFlex will still be important, just so you guys know. So if you want to run several iterations for one carrier, you're going to find it a lot quicker in WinFlex than on something like this. But this is just something to kind of understand that you have available. And I saw the direct message from my favorite person, and thank you for the early wishes. Um, so yeah. But in any event, like I said, there's a lot of great stuff. Does anyone have any other questions about, what you're seeing here, what we have planned for the future, anything like that? Or better yet, are there things that you think we could do to improve the value proposition? Because I want to make this that wonderland of opportunity where people want to go. And if there is something that I'm missing, something that you think would add value to everybody, you could email me, phil@valorfs.com. Um, and I'll gladly find any way that I can to help integrate We're going to look at some additional alternative investment strategies, including maybe even purchasing into life settlement portfolios, looking at life settlement options and things like that for people to have different opportunities from that standpoint. Prasanna had a good question. What is the pricing for Annuity Genius or the Insight? So I'm paying like uh well, I won't say how much I'm paying, but I'm paying enough for the Insight software and the Annuity Genius. But for domestic, everyday use, because I bought the biggest license, you're looking at around 150 a piece for that. Now the Insight Annuity Genius um has bigger packages, so it's like 250 a month for a single user for like the whole kit and caboodle, but I'm getting it at a discount. So that's why I say like you can pay 250 directly with Annuity Genius, or you could get it for me for like 150 because I have, the bigger license, so to speak. Same with Insight. So if you're looking to utilize those to help kind of increase that opportunity, let me know. Some people who have used the Annuity Genius went from like 6 million in personal pen annuity writing to like 20 to 30 million. So it can definitely help, especially if you're a big marketer, using things like the Annuity Genius tool to help you grow there. Um, Okay, so yeah, I saw someone say documents related to IULs and term policies, like key features. Most of the carriers have those, but we'll see if we can put together like a cheat sheet too of like key features and stuff like that. But I would also encourage when I start the Wednesday trainings to come on for those because that'll be more of the remedial stuff. So you can ask, I'm going to stay on as late as people want me to stay on Wednesday nights because there's no Thursday night footballs or anything like that. But I'll be available more often for that. So I encourage anyone who has a lot of questions to get comfortable and things like that. On the Wednesday nights, we'll have a lot of opportunity for that. I probably won't record those. Actually, I might just so I could put them inside. A lot of the trainings that I'll do for that will go into the learning management system in the back office. So I don't think I'll put it up on the YouTube, but I will more than likely record those for back office purposes. So that's it. I mean, if there's no other questions, again, I just want to thank you guys for the partnership and opportunity to serve. This does mean a lot to me, and I wish everyone a very happy holiday. And we'll see you guys in the new year. I'll be off the 23rd to the 3rd. I'll be in Mexico for half the time, so you really won't. I don't know how much time, how much accessibility I'll have. Maybe WhatsApp, and stuff like that. But again, thank you all. Have a great holiday and Happy New Year, and we'll talk soon.